What has happened to Tiffany Gomas, the woman who freaked out on her flight, an American Airlines flight, overseeing an MFer that wasn't real? There were quite some bizarre stories that happened between 2023 and 2024. We had that Las Vegas family that saw those 10-foot aliens in their backyard after a UFO crashed in their backyard. We had David Grush, we had Tom Cowling, we had the Miami Mall aliens, and these aliens supposedly on this Brazilian hilltop. With some of these stories, there was just no proper conclusion, like the Miami Mall alien story. The mainstream narrative is that there were teens inside the Bayside Mall throwing around fireworks. They were fighting, they were causing chaos. They had sticks. It was just a wild scene inside the Bayside Mall. The problem is, nobody has any camera footage of these teenagers causing this chaos. No names or photos of these teens were released as well. Now, I know some people want to say that, well, these are juveniles, and normally juveniles, their names and photos do not get released in the news. But Florida's kind of different. If you do look up news and media when it comes to Florida and juveniles, you will see their names, you will see their photos in the news. As someone who is very familiar with Florida, it's not unusual to see names and photos of juveniles in the news. But this video is not about the Miami Mall. That's for another video. This video is about a woman known as Tiffany G and what has happened to her. Now, after she had this incident on this flight, after she panicked on this flight, many people assumed that she was just a woman trying to get her 15 minutes of fame, that she was trying to get clout. She's a marketing VP and she was trying to promote or sell something. But one has to ask, ever since this incident occurred, what has she been trying to promote? What has she been trying to sell? She does have social media like everybody else, but there's nothing really on there that's trying to promote or sell anything. She has conducted multiple interviews here and there. There's not been a lot of interviews, but here and there. And she's been trying to downplay the incident.
She's the woman dubbed Crazy Plane Lady after that epic plane meltdown seen round the world. Now, in this Inside Edition exclusive, Tiffany Gomas is opening up about her freak out on the plane.
What do you really mean by that?
It was a figure of speech, like he's not being real.
Like when you say this person's fake or this person's not real, he's not quote unquote keeping it real. You weren't saying that this person is not a real person.
Yes.
Why did you think the people were in danger on the flight?
Just due to the altercation. I don't want to go into too much detail for legal reasons.
That is the thing that gets me about all of these bizarre stories. Stories where people are seeing something very unusual. People like Tom Cowling, the Las Vegas UFO family. Andrew Dawson, Tiffany Gomas. If these people really did not see anything and they're doing it for money, fame, and clout, then why are they not continuing the story? Why are they not making it bigger than what it is? These people go hiding. They're not seen for quite some time. They come back out and they say that, well, I didn't see anything. Nothing happened. Go away. Leave us alone.
I already said what I had to say. If you want to believe it, believe it. I don't care no more. And just move on, guys. Forget about it and just bye.
I have just been busy with life. I couldn't get around to posting and updating you guys. So now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
That doesn't sound like to me people who are trying to profit off of a story. When Tiffany Gomas was giving interviews here and there, she didn't build up what happened on the plane either. And sometimes she looked like she was on the verge of tears when she was saying nothing happened. But here's the weird thing about Tiffany Gomas in the fact that she was letting people know what happened on her flight, what really went down outside of the mainstream narrative. She was letting people know through her Twitter, at Tiffany Gomas. She was reaching out to people who are already on her Twitter on July 8th, 9th, and the 10th, and the 11th, I believe. But nobody knew this woman's identity until August 7th, when the media released her identity. You can see it here on New York Post. American Airlines passenger behind not real viral tirade that delayed travelers for hours, identified as marketing executive. Tiffany Gomas, a Dallas resident, was kicked off the plane following her bizarre outbursts, which led to hours of delays for other passengers. documents reviewed by the Post show, and they were reviewing the police report that was finally released to the public a month after this incident took place. You can see it's not just the New York Post, but other mainstream media as well, including Inside Edition. On August 9th, woman dubbed Plane Lady, who freaked out over not real passenger, has been identified. As you can see, August 9th, 2023, the woman has been identified as 38-year-old Tiffany Gomas. This is August. So why is this important? Well, if you search Tiffany Gomas' Twitter, you will come across her original Twitter, where she was posting in July when nobody knew the identity of this woman, and she was replying and talking to people who were already following her. You can catch a snippet here as to what she was saying. I said hi to him very casually. At first, nothing was wrong. He didn't talk though. From my understanding, most shapeshifters are mute. If you go to click her older Twitter account, this is what comes up. This page doesn't exist. Try searching for something else. That's right. Her older Twitter account does not exist. It has been scrubbed. Screenshots were saved from this older account and to what she was tweeting out. For example, on July 13th, 2023, I want you all to wake up. After the video came out, every account I had was locked. I've had people sit outside my home for days, follow me everywhere. Shapeshifters are real. I know there's more of you who've seen them. Wake up. This is 100% true. All her social media was indeed scrubbed. If you look at any of her current social media, all the photos, all the videos, all the tweets are very recent. There's nothing that's older or prior to this event where she had this freak out on her American Airlines flights. She also did give a statement that the media were relentless. There were people stalking the front
kind of interview somewhere, or like what's going on, what's the deal, what's the plan on?
The rate it's going, I feel like it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
So yes, there's some things in the works, mostly nonprofit charity stuff. But I've been trying to like lay low for the most part, but reporters wouldn't let that happen, so.
Yeah.
There was one person from the New York Post that filed a police report against her because a neighbor flashed a green laser pointer into his Jeep. She kept stating she wanted to downplay this incident, but it was the media and people that were stalking the front of her home that caused her to speak out. July 14th, there are things in this world that aren't real. We'll be on news telling everyone we aren't alone. Wake up. July 13th, hi all, I'm working on getting an interview with a major news outlet this weekend to spread the word on what happened. I've contacted Fox News, NBC News, CBS News, ABC, and having a hard time getting a response. Like my messages are not getting through. This was during a time where this woman's story was really hot. Everybody wanted to know who this woman was, what happened on this flight. So any of these major networks would have picked her story up, but she actually did not conduct an interview with Fox News until months after her identity was revealed, where now the narrative changes. She stated that she didn't see anything. It was one big misunderstanding. It was all about headphones. It was my fault.
What did you see?
I did not see anything.
You didn't see anything?
No, I wish I did. It would have been a way better story.
You didn't see anything, then what were you saying that mother effer isn't real?
Yeah, the language. I've been working on that. It was talking to a specific person that I had an altercation with. It was just a figure of speech. Not a good one. But when you're worked up and you're spiraling out of control, you're not really like thinking your words clearly through.
Oh, trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about. I never think through what I say. Probably should. So there was an altercation with a gentleman?
Yes.
And what did the gentleman do?
Legally, I can't get into all of those details.
Oh, are you suing the gentleman?
No.
Is he suing you?
No, but it is not advised to be talked about.
Okay, so it's something we can't talk about.
Yes.
But he's a bad guy.
I don't know him personally.
You don't know him personally, but he did a bad thing.
It was an altercation that I felt really uncomfortable in the situation, and I needed to depart the plane.
So let me guess. He was either hitting on you or he was putting his seat back really, really far.
Exactly. There's no leg room. I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Well, I'm glad everything's all right. Do you now go to the airport?
The last and final eerie post was on July 14th, 2023 at 5:07 p.m. I have been contacted by someone at NASA who knows exactly what these things are and wants to discuss it in an interview with a few of his scientist co-workers. One worked on the Mars mission. Thank God there is good people in the world setting it up now. Wake up, people. Now, here's the thing. This would be her last and final tweet. And people are saying that, well, this person who worked from NASA, they were trolling her. They didn't really work from NASA. This was a troll. But this would be, like I said, her last and final tweet. And her Twitter page was deleted. She had not been heard from again until after some time her identity was revealed, and then her tone started to change. So then what about this MFer? This MFer she saw that caused her to go in front of the plane and tell everybody that this man's not real, that she's leaving the plane because the plane will not make it. The MFer and his family have never spoken out, have never given their view or their account as to what took place on this flight. Well, the MFer was revealed. They were either this foreign individual right here, or it was the green hoodie man. But I debunked both. Neither of these people were the actual MFer. The green hoodie man, he's on a different flight altogether. There are different attendants. These attendants are white. The attendants that were on Tiffany Gomas' flight were black. The luggage area, the compartments are different. Another reason why the MFer is not one of these two people is because of the lawyer woman who sat behind Tiffany Gomas, the black lawyer woman. She claimed that the man that Tiffany Gomas was accusing was her brother.
Because we're all in the same organization. I'm a licensed attorney. This is my brother. So, okay, so you're with her? Yes. Okay, so, because I need to know where she's supposed to be sitting. So you guys have how many seats? 5. You got 5 telling you? Yes.
Yeah, he or she could be adopted, but going based off chance alone, I'm going to roll the dice and say that based off of race, these two people can't be the MFer.
Okay. I have my flight, so it's just going to be like in the next 20 minutes. Okay. So that assault mean, what does that mean?
Assault, it means to attack, to fight somebody, to push them, hurt them. Right, to bring some kind of harm, bodily injury.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. No, she just you
don't want to do anything about it?
It's okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm okay.
So it's still a mystery as to who this individual actually is. Even though Tiffany Gomas has come out in certain interviews and stated that she saw nothing on her flight, it was all one big misunderstanding, the actual body cam footage, her emotions, how she's reacting, as she's pointing to the outside area where the plane is currently sitting, tells a different story.
I don't care if I'm ever fly with y'all ever again. I want to know what happens to this flight right here.
They're gonna escort you out, so just let me hear phone with us anymore.
Great. I don't ever want to fly with you ever again. Like, do not let that flight leave. Being dead serious. Do not let that flight leave.
You ready? Let's go. Come on.
You heard me say that. Like, do not let that flight leave. That flight's not going to make it to Orlando.
She's saying over and over again that the plane will not make it to its destination. She's crying. And not one time, as police are interviewing her, they never ask her why she believes that the plane will not make it to its destination. At one point throughout the body cam, she even says that the plane will blow up. And the police officer never questions it. He just tells her to keep moving. So like I said, after all this, the story just stops. She didn't see anything. Nothing happened. It was all one big misunderstanding over AirPods. While at the same time, another individual, a day prior to her flight, also panicked upon seeing something that was sitting next to him. And Tom Cowling points to his mouth. And he has this one big panic attack to where he has to be tackled by multiple people. Like Tiffany Gomas, Tom Cowling went completely missing. But unlike Tiffany Gomas, there has been no updates to Tom Cowling. There were no narratives. There was no, well, what did you see? Well, I didn't see anything, nothing. Well, there has been a recent update to Tom Cowling is that he will be boxing again. He is taking part in a boxing match where he's the headliner. But that's it. What do these people see? More than likely, we will never know. More than likely, we will never get a proper update or a proper conclusion to their stories. But only months after these incidents took place July 2023, March of 2024, news and media are letting us know about a syndrome that exists called demon face syndrome. Demon face syndrome has sparked renewed interest in Tiffany Gomas. Is this what she saw? Is this what she saw when this person's face was distorting? Where it does look like a shapeshifter, where it does look more reptilian, demonic. Is this what Tom Cowling saw? Because like I said, he was pointing to his mouth. Again, we don't know, but one thing we do know is that these people have been very quiet about these incidents, been very mum and downplaying about what occurred on their flights. Tom Cowling has not spoke out whatsoever. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.